Good morning, grade 11s. I hope we're feeling rested and better after yesterday's rant session during our attendance question. Thanks to your open and honest answers, I now know how many of you are driven crazy by slow walkers. I can't get over how many people that said that was their pet peeve. I also now know that Gabe does not like when people pronounce bagel wrong, or bagel. I don't know which one he thinks is correct. I say bagel. And I also now know that Hannah does not like when people snap their gum. But Dylan doesn't like puns. I love a pun. So maybe we can't be best friends. All right, so my attendance question for you today is, where could you happily spend 24 uninterrupted hours? So this could be a public place like a beach or a park or a museum. Maybe there's a specific city that you visited or that you would like to visit where you feel you could just happily roam and explore by yourself for 24 uninterrupted hours. Maybe there's a specific room or place that you've been before that you just feel really comfortable and totally yourself. Where could you be for 24 uninterrupted hours, totally alone, and be completely at peace? So if you could please update the Padlet, and don't forget to include your name. This is going to allow me to see a little bit more about you and let you know who you are aside from our course content, but also this lets me know who is logging in every day and paying attention to our newsfeed. Thank you very much for sharing with me. For today's lesson content, you are going to be watching an episode of a docuseries called Eighth Fire. You might have heard about it before. It's a series on CBC. It's hosted by a guy named Wab Kinew, who was featured in one of the videos that we watched during yesterday's lesson content. So the series is intended to help you to continue our discussion based on yesterday's motif of identity, today focusing on Indigenous identity and how some of the current events circulating regarding Indigenous Canadians help to impact how Indigenous Canadians see themselves. So things that are going on in the news, current events, and things that are impacting Indigenous Canadians, how does those things impact the way that Indigenous Canadians perceive themselves and see themselves as people? So I'm going to ask you to please watch that docuseries, and then afterwards you're going to notice when you scroll down in the lesson content that there are 5 possible discussion questions. You're just going to choose one of them, and you're going to post your answer to that discussion question in a discussion board. Now it's important that we have a bit of a conversation about what is going to generate good discussion on a discussion board. Once you post your answer, you're going to be asked to comment on at least 2 of your classmates' posts. Oftentimes, when I ask people to do this, we get kind of generic comments on each other's work. Things like, that's true, or I agree, or good point. Now, that's not really a discussion. That's nice and it's supportive, but it's not really thought-provoking. It's not furthering the conversation. What I'm looking for when I'm asking you to comment on each other's work is provoking thought and furthering the conversation by doing something like asking questions that you genuinely want answers to, or bringing the conversation to the next level by adding additional thought, adding additional ideas that are going to take the conversation from point A to point B. So not just, I think so too, but adding an additional layer, an additional idea that's going to continue the conversation, that's going to continue to add idea upon idea. So you're going to choose one of 5 possible questions. You're going to post your answer, and please note that you will not see your posts. You will not see other people's You will not see other people's posts on the discussion board until you post your own. So if you're thinking, I'm just going to scroll through and see what other people have posted first, you will not be able to see other people's posts on the discussion board until you have contributed your own. So you'll put your post up, and then you can go through, take a look at what other people have posted, and you're going to decide 2 other classmates that you would like to comment on, keeping in mind that we want those thought-provoking, conversation-contributing comments. And I will be going through to see who you commented on and how you continued that conversation. So that's today's work. Watch the video, put up your discussion post and then comment onto other people's work. In addition to that, please make sure that you have taken a look at the list below to make sure that you have caught up on this week's work thus far. If you are behind, you are still asked to get caught up on the work that you've missed. And if you have any questions about what that entails or how to get caught up, please make sure that you are getting in touch with me. Send me an instant message or an email, and I'd be happy to help you get caught up. If you have any questions, same deal, send me an instant message or an email, and I'd be happy to help. Thanks, guys. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.